I started playing regular drum set when I was in 10th grade, 1993, and then when I went to college, I was privileged enough to meet a drummer from Nigeria. I started studying the Bembe ensemble, and then met another teacher who was focusing on Afro-Cuban music, and I started studying bata and congas, and then I became part of a dance troupe, a musical group and dance troupe called Dance Diaspora, which is out of Oberlin College, Oberlin, Ohio, where I had a mentor who took me to Africa, to the Gambia, and also to Cuba. So that's where I really began my African music career, and I moved to, after 6 years or so of living in Ohio, I moved to Miami to go to this school, FIU, and I got my master's degree in African New World Studies. And so while I've been here, I just continued playing and teaching and performing. And immediately within the first month of being here, I met the people from Delou. And I gave them my resume, and they offered me the musical director position. And I really just developed my djembe and Guinea musical knowledge over the last 6 years. I had training in Africa, which gave me a foundation, and I had experience in Ohio being the leader of a music and dance company there, but here I got the opportunity to play with people from Africa a lot. Seruba, Kamara, Ibrahima, Jabate, Musa, Suma, and then several of the people from Percussion de Guinea and Le Ballets Africains. And so I really was able to learn a lot more. I was introduced to Mohamed Kamara, who's a world-famous djembe player, and Muminatu dancer, and so I've made some really strong connections, and with the help of all my teachers, I've just grown little by little. Yeah, being in Africa is the only place where somebody who is from our society here, it's the only place where you can train the way you're supposed to train as a drummer. Drummers play 3 and 4 hours a day, um, and if you're learning how to become a professional, Africa is the best place to train because you can train all day, all week. When you know, after 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month, everything's changed. You know, your familiarity with the music and the drum is really embellished. Plus, you get to be around people who are making that their life. And I wouldn't say everywhere in Africa, but you know, if you find the right people, if you're working with professionals, Africa is a really great place to study. You can learn a lot here, but what you learn here in an hour lesson, you take that, imagine taking that hour lesson for 3 hours every day for 2 weeks. You may play the same 3 rhythms, but your confidence and your skills are really embellished. And playing these kinds of drums, you have to play all the time. You don't get the sound, you don't get the feeling, you don't get all the nuances and all the intricacies of the rhythms without really devoting yourself to it very seriously. So you have to devote yourself like you would a classical instrument, you know. And what I do now, I make my living teaching for nonprofit organizations. So along with performing with Delou and working in clubs or bands or whatever, I teach every day for a couple different nonprofit organizations. The main one is called Concerned African Women. And my partner and I are working. She's teaching dance and I'm teaching drumming for a big summer camp. So that's a great program.